I'm about to get really weird for a second.
Everyone brace for impact.
I have this reoccurring dream that I've killed someone, buried them. It was like a girl I knew, and like she's dead, and like it's this secret that like I take to my grave. But it's a reoccurring dream where sometimes like I think it's real, and I have to think to myself,
did I murder someone?
No, no, I'm serious.
I have dreams where it's a medieval battle, like I'm talking in Rome. No. What? Hey.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back to the Saucy Sibz podcast.
Welcome back.
I know. It's been a while. Just you and I.
We say it every time, though, that it's been a while. But I mean, we've been doing a lot of podcasts. We actually have like 4 podcasts a week for like the next month.
I know. It's kind of scary.
Like, we already feel busy, and then like putting those in, and like a podcast it's kind of like a to-do, even though like technically we can get someone in and out in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
It's like the setup, the chit chat, and then like they're usually our friends. So like we go out to dinner.
Oh, that's kind of the Saucy Experience, though.
It is. It is quite the experience. Like you get to come in the closet, you get sauced in the closet, and then like we go out for a saucy night out on the town.
I know. And even our last guest, which will come, that episode will come out probably next week. We went out, we went to dinner. Francesca left because she's responsible. And then we go out, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, it is 4 a.m. We are in our kitchen. Our shirts are off. The lights are off, and we are blasting Ozzy Osbourne at the top of our lungs, just screaming with it, like having a mosh pit. Just us 3.
That's the gayest thing I've ever heard, and they're not gay at all.
But
I'm just saying, like, it was like, wow, what a little friendly gay boy night.
I wouldn't call it gay boy.
No, but just like 0% sexual, but I just feel like the boys were like boying.
The boys were boying, yeah. And like you would have thought it was Live Aid in the middle of our kitchen on a Wednesday
thank God
night.
I wasn't here. Like I was just not well, like you carried the sauciness, because now like when people come on the podcast, they're like, we're so excited for like a saucy experience. And I'm like, I don't have it in me.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've just been drinking for the past like few months, and I can't.
Done with the drinking?
I'm inflamed. My face is puffy and I'm fat. Can't do
Drinking makes you depressed, puffy, and fat.
It does,
so kombucha
guys.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, other people can handle it. I would love, and I still can. I like it. I like drinking. I like the ambiance. I get fat. If anyone like can teach me how to drink and not get fat, I would love to know.
Yeah. Definitely. It's good that you don't drink beer, though.
It'd be even worse.
I know. Like, you know, an IPA is like 400 calories.
That's outrageous.
Outrageous.
That's probably why you get fat. Like, even if I'm having like 3 glasses of wine, like, what is that?
Like, I should be
700 calories?
Yeah. I don't think glasses of wine are like.
I think they're 70 to 100.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Oh, crazy.
I mean, couldn't tell you. Anyway. You guys. We are actually so excited. We've been waiting for this sponsorship for a while. So right now, if you are watching, and even if you're not, we're going to put this on the Instagram and the TikTok, where all of our friends who don't watch us on YouTube, they see everything on the socials. So we are wearing some designs by an artist named Adam. And his art and company is called Hiteart, Hiteart. And we will link everything. I think we might even get a little code for you guys. So let me describe them for you. They are very colorful, very bright. His main symbols are the yin yang, dragons. For him, they just represent like wisdom and strength. But they're all kind of hidden, these symbols and everything. But for him, he was just on a journey to figure out his art. And you know, he was in a depression. He couldn't figure out how to express himself. And he had a voice come to him and say, you know, you're expressing your piece. Listen to it. And so this art for him and his fashion line, like really represents to him his piece. And that's why he did it in a full wrap on the sweatshirts and made it so that like you should be proud of your piece, like wear it out. And I think it's something we talk about every episode. We are so about supporting people who are doing it.
Completely.
And expressing themselves and creating.
Yeah.
And so we were just really excited to wear his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So Nick, let's talk about it. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing, it looks like kind of waves on the bottom, like blue and teal. And then it almost looks like flame or like smoke on the water coming up. And then it's got yin yangs on it. There's a lot to stare at. That's why I'm having trouble describing it. I'm like, then there's waves.
It's trippy.
It's like a sunset over the ocean with like fog coming off with it. And yin yangs. And yin yangs are always kind of been one of my symbol. I think I'm gonna get one tattooed on my hand there. That's probably a bad idea, but
wait, I kind of love that for you. Yeah, he had no idea that you were like. I mean, your whole life has been like Asian influenced.
Yeah. So, definitely, I would take this out to like a festival or like Burning Man, especially.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're both wearing the sweatshirts of them, so they're kind of warm. They're very cozy.
They're cozy, and we got the same size. We're both wearing a
Mm-hmm.
unisex large, because I like my stuff like more baggy, and he likes his more fitted. Which I styled mine like full Gen Z, like full Billie Eilish. I don't know.
Look at those jeans.
I know. I've got like baggy cargo jeans, which when we went to Zara, no, I found a Wendy's receipt in my pocket. So like obviously these jeans have been returned. And I'm like, who's going to Wendy's? So
do you feel violated?
yeah. I mean, I'm glad I wore underwear with them.
Wendy's?
Yeah, because I'm like, someone else could have been in here.
Yeah, I guess so.
Free balling.
Just eating Wendy's.
Yeah, because they don't feel like when jeans have been washed before, they don't feel washed. I know. But anyway, they're really cool. Like, it's not cool to wear skinny jeans anymore. You can't do it.
You can't do it.
Mom's having like a meltdown right now. Like she said.
Over those skinny?
No, she's like, I love skinny jeans, but I can't wear them anymore. What do I wear? And so I told her to go to Abercrombie.
Oh, yeah. Abercrombie has really matured their style, and it's beachy, but it's still kind of, it's very Americana also, with like kind of vintage like car t-shirts like Ford or Chevrolet and stuff like that. I don't know. They're just doing a great job.
They are, and not to like, obviously like we're supporting like an artist who's doing things and creating in the world. And in the same sentence, I just like named Abercrombie, but like good jeans are kind of hard to find. And Zara is so fast fashion. Abercrombie's not that much more, but it is good quality. But here's the thing. I think you've got to have a mix. I like to have like some vintage pieces, something from like an artist I know. And then like you may throw in like a brand or like, try to avoid the fast fashion. Sorry, I just said I stopped at Zara. That's embarrassing.
Which we never really do, by the way.
No, we never do. But
I got 2 shirts from them, but that's the first Zara I've ever owned.
Yeah, that's true.
Which it's not that I'm like so high fashion that I don't do it. I'm obviously not. I just have never really been to Zara. They got some good stuff. Whatever.
We got our tax return, and we're just over here acting like money dysmorphia. But we'll get right back to that. I really just want to say that you guys need to check out the sweatshirts and support artists and support people doing things. And I have a feeling that when we bring these to Burning Man,
oh my God,
people are going to like, honestly, like I know they're going to ask, they're going to be like, I'm sorry, what? And we're going to be like, actually, we met this guy, Adam, like through our manager. And like now we're like wearing his stuff, because that's another thing. Burning Man people love to support
artists,
people creating.
Just unique. Yeah. I think they look so unique,
Who was it? Actually, I think Cam, who's been on our podcast, I saw him on a story the other day. He said he heard like someone told him this, that if you're getting like that fatigue when you're just doom scrolling, and it's because like you're consuming other people's creations and you need to be creating more and create more, support people who are creating, because like art doesn't have to make sense. It just has to be because you want to put it out there and it means something to you. And then like, to him, like this is his piece and he's finally expressing it and putting it out on fashion. So yeah, guys, Adam at Hiteart. We'll put everything in the description. All right.
We are taking it to Burning Man.
We are. I'm so excited. But no, actually this kombucha is called Island Bliss. And I was just talking about how we got our tax return, and I might as well have put down a deposit on a private island.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know. I get $200 in my bank account, and I think I own the world. I think I am Jeff Bezos. I can meet him out for any dinner. Yeah.
I also am like money blind. Like I don't know how much things cost, and like I have Apple Pay,
but I have money.
Yeah. Well, like, what's so funny is that like when people don't have money is When they're excited for their tax return.
Right. Because
So we're telling you how much we're making.
you know exactly what tax bracket we're in.
Because real like rich people, like they have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars back. But nope. Oh, I think I had said that on the last podcast.
Yeah,
sorry.
that's fine.
I'm like, where did I hear that before? Me on my last podcast.
So we've been to Zara.
Mm-hmm.
We've been to the plant store.
We went to Costco. It's like, hey, we're going to go drop some money in the club. You know which club?
Costco. Tax return season. See me at Costco. And it was the same Costco that you called someone a fat bitch at.
On the podcast?
Yeah, I don't know.
We talked about when I called someone the F word.
Mhm.
But then that same day, I called a lady fat bitch in the Costco parking lot.
You were just having a bad day.
I was having a bad day.
Yeah. And it was a very, very stressful. It was right before we were leaving for Burning Man and whatever. But Costco.
But no, everyone remembers. Like every time we've pulled into that one, because I went again with Mom one time, and she was like, "Oh, you remember when you called someone a fat bitch in this parking
At
lot?"
that Costco, yeah. We also told everyone Zara was a service animal. Put her in the cart. God, we are just
illegal.
Terrorizing.
We are.
Costco.
Sorry, we're rule breakers. They're meant to be broken. I can't leave my dog in the car. It's over 70 degrees.
Yeah, what do you want me to do with her? Chain her to a tree out in the parking lot?
No.
So
I needed to bring her from one place to another, and she sits nicely in the cart like a little lady.
yeah, didn't make a fucking peep.
No.
Hold up. Also, people are always like, "Oh, don't take advantage of that because they're going to restrict people's access to service animals." No, they will never fucking do that.
No.
People need service animals. That will always be a thing. Could you imagine if for some reason people are like, "Oh, too many people fake their animals being service animals," then all of a sudden they just revoked service animals?
No, you know what they did? You can like get fined or like go to jail for lying about a service animal in Colorado now.
Yeah. Which awesome. I'll take the risk. That's
I don't know if I need to keep taking risks. Watch me get sued again. But
Costco knocks on our door.
But I'm just kind of like the person working the door at Costco. What's their skin in the game?
Exactly.
Are they gonna file a complaint with like the Better Business Bureau? Like who goes after it?
Yeah.
Like she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. We're not allowed to have animals in here." I go, "You're allowed to have service animals." She goes, "Oh, that." Like pointing to the rat, my little street dog that's clearly not bred for serving anyone. It's like, "Oh, that's a service animal," and I go, "Yeah, she is," and she goes, "Okay."
Oh, go right ahead. And then all the other workers at that point were like, "Oh, it's so cute." It's like we made people's day by bringing her in there, so it's like fine.
She makes everyone's day.
I know.
I had someone at a stoplight.
Yeah, that was weird.
You ever had someone shout into your car that your dog's cute?
Yeah.
She goes, "Oh, your dog is just so cute." She goes, "But you already know that."
I know, which was even weirder to say.
She might have been hitting on me. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, she was definitely lesbian. I don't know. But anyway, I'm sorry, Costco. We won't do it again. Wink,
No, I'm
wink.
going to do it all the time. But I've got like, I don't know. I had someone say to me last night that like, "Oh, Francesca, just the things you say like on your podcast, I just like could never imagine." Like it's just recorded and on camera for like everyone to see like always like all of your like opinions and like your dark humor, which I've never had anyone tell me I have dark humor.
I don't think you have dark humor.
Yeah,
I think it can be very self-deprecating.
Yeah.
And that, I guess that's dark, but all comedians do that because it's like, it's easy to make fun of yourself because you're not being mean to anyone but yourself.
And anyone who's funny at all, like we're all depressed.
Yeah.
Obviously. But yeah, she was just like, "I just like can't believe like the stuff you put out there." And I'm like, honestly, like I can't either.
I don't recommend it. I don't think this is good.
I don't think it's ever helped us. Like in a social situation. It's all
no way. I always feel like sometimes just shut the fuck up. Like in all situations, running your mouth is going to get you in trouble. Just shut the fuck up. Stop talking about it. Stop name dropping. Stop self-incriminating yourself. Don't tell anyone you slept with anyone. Like literally don't talk about it.
And the only way to be cool is to like say less.
Yeah.
And
so what? We're just doing the exact opposite. I'm like, you know what straight guy I hooked up with the other day? Anyway, so we just broke the rules at Costco.
I know.
I'm getting sued. Like, I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And we've really doubled down.
Yeah. And just been like, yeah, we should actually tell the truth instead of like making it seem like it wasn't as bad as it was.
I mean, I told Nick the other day, I was like, when things go viral and like when it's really when like the more truths you tell, the more books you sell. We've said it here before. And there's so many more things I want to come out with, but like we just tell ourselves no. But like I'm ready to just like freeball it.
You say that and then you have a panic attack the next morning. So it's like it's a weird game we play.
Yeah.
But I will say though that we should have that type of like self-preservation thing in the head because like we should just shut the fuck up. Like how many times our dad have been like, I wouldn't put that out there. And our dad's like cool enough to be like, it's your fucking life. But
yeah.
But in his mind, he's like, I'm gonna hear you crying about it later. But one of the sorry. No, I just had something to say, but I forgot it. So you interrupted me by me saying I forgot. I just had something to say, but it was fine.
Well, let me take it away.
Yeah, go. Podium's yours.
No, the biggest thing that Dad ever taught me, and I truly practice in my life, and I have since I was in middle school, since texting came out, is you never put anything in writing.
Never put anything in writing. That's such a good one.
But then I put everything on video.
Yeah.
But you guys, I'm saying like if I have like a juicy story to tell someone, if I know some whatever, I will always be like, oh, I'll tell you later. I'll tell you in person. Like I always, besides my podcast, have like plausible deniability. I'll say some shit, but then it's my word against theirs.
Yeah.
Like I will not put spicy things in writing.
Yeah. You remember that girl that tried to throw you in a fire?
Yeah.
She the next day texted me and was like, I'm so sorry for everything, blah, 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 blah. I don't remember what happened and I'm sorry about the phone. And I was like, you dumb bitch. Just put that all in writing, admitting to it. She fucking save screenshots, like put on my hard drive. Like,
yeah. But like she's like her story like a year later to everyone is that, oh, like it wasn't that bad. Francesca's making that all up. I never tried to throw her in a fire, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's so funny because you admitted you were on so many drugs and were so blacked out and that you don't remember one thing.
And I have that in writing from you.
From
whatever.
You. And you were sober.
And I was sober.
So was I.
Yeah.
LOL.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Anyway.
I could talk about all
enough
that.
about trailer trash.
Literally. Sorry. I'm just like looking at our thing. I have a bone to pick.
Oh God.
Speaking of things being in writing and us like just the world recording too many things, I have a bone to pick with Ring cameras.
Guys, there is a huge pandemic in the world with everyone having permanent cameras everywhere in their house.
I know that we already have our phones. I know whatever. And I love you, my best friends. I stayed at their house. They have a Ring camera, but I felt violated. It's like a little. What?
No, I felt violated not by them specifically, but like
I love them and it's like it's whatever. Like I get like you want to see who's coming up to your house, but I will say that like maybe I feel more violated because like I did something I wasn't supposed to. Basically, my ex-boyfriend came over to her house. Immediate text.
She goes, which good for her.
No, honestly, like she's a true friend because she didn't just text me. She group texted with Nick in it. Just like truly like just throwing me under the biggest bus that like, as far as Nick knows, this person is blocked.
I'm literally sitting here like this, just not near her house, not near Francesca.
No, because I'm staying in a separate house. I'm sneaky.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
We get a text. She's in South America. And she says, I can see your bad decisions.
That's so iconic to me. And you know what's funny about like her, like the way she says things is it's like, it's never too judgmental, but it's almost like she's going to put it on you. Like,
yeah,
hey, I see you there. Wink. Like,
yeah. Oh, I see those decisions, but wanted you to know. What if I was like fully lying to you? You had known, but I think we kind of would have had an issue if I said like, hey, I'm going to go to the gym by myself and I'll see you later.
Oh, I would have called mom.
That's fucked, Nick. You would have. You'd be like, you want to hear what your daughter is up to?
Yeah.
No,
Your
I was
daughter?
like fully caught. And then, okay, this is separate to the Ring camera. We were walking down Broadway together to lunch, and another friend texts me and goes, "Are you walking down Broadway? Who's that guy? That's not Nick. Who are you with?" I'm like,
Jeez.
the universe hangs out with their ex for 12 hours, and everyone knows.
Good though. You know?
No, the universe like is conspiring for me and my soul. He's blocked again. Don't worry, he didn't last 12 hours.
I know.
So sad.
He ditched us in mid brunch.
Yeah.
Actually.
No, immediately I was just like,
Yeah, he said he literally walked up and left, paid separately and left.
I literally like can't.
And I was like, well, I guess that settles that, Francesca.
No, every time.
like
my life coach / dating coach, I was talking to her about it, and she actually, should we talk about this?
Yeah.
Because okay, you guys, we're gonna have her on. Her name's Marina. I have like a renowned dating coach who like coaches very like wealthy, successful people. We don't know what she's doing with me. Trying to fix this train wreck. And so we were talking, and man, I was going to like hide it from her and not tell her. And then I was like, listen, like I had like a setback and I was feeling so good. Like I'm almost like a new person. Like I'm doing all this stuff. Like I have so much more self-worth. And, I told her what happened, and she was like, well, Francesca, like, I'm going to let you know, like, this new life and new person that we're building, it's very like fragile. It's almost like a baby, and you have to protect it. And she goes, and you know what you did? You killed the baby. It's so, I mean, it's just such a metaphor. She was like, no, like you killed the baby.
I just love that if you don't listen to me, maybe you'll listen to your life coach.
I know.
And she'll say it in such like a distressful way to like the feminine form, you know?
Yeah.
Where it's like, the baby.
Yeah. Why would you do that to the baby?
Yeah.
And she's right. But I will say, she was like, but like, don't beat yourself up about it. Like, was this not as bad as like other times? And I was like, 1,000%. Normally, if like he would get back into my life, like sneak into my life, it would be like 4 or 5 months until I would block him again.
Yeah, but I also don't like that train of thought, because it's like, see him again and be like, oh, it'll be less bad.
Less than 12 hours.
Well, just saying.
And we didn't hook up.
But you'll still kill the baby.
No, yeah, but I'm not contacting him ever again. Like I literally, like I'm saying, like not even a hookup. I feel like it sounded like I was hinting at hooking up with my ex again. No, I just went
Too many cameras.
Literally.
Yeah.
And no, I just spoke to him. Like we went to the gym and we went to lunch, and it was like a horrible 12 hours. And I was like, I told him to his face, I go, I'm gonna have to block you again. I go, this isn't working for me.
Ditched at brunch.
Can't. No, and then he ditched me again later that day.
Oh, yeah.
He just wanted to use me.
Yeah.
Not for like, just for some other stuff. And then I can't.
But there's a new baby.
There's a new baby. She also told me I can't drink for a while. Just because.
Never bad advice.
No, because like the only reason I unblocked him was because like, I had a few.
Yeah.
Which happens. Okay, anyway, back to the Ring cameras.
Ring cameras. I don't know why we're putting them like on our couches, and because I know people that have them like in their house.
Oh, I flashed our cousins.
Where?
Jen and Amanda.
Where are theirs?
It's inside their house, pointed at the front door.
Oh.
It's down. So I will say better. It's a mud room, not like a living room.
Yeah.
But when we stayed at their house when they were gone, I accidentally left my luggage like all the way downstairs. So I got out of the shower and I went naked. I'm home alone. Sorry. I'm always naked. If you're not home, I'm naked here. Usually half the time I feel like I accidentally flash you. Sorry.
No.
And no, I'm going to be naked in my own space. And so I like run down to like grab my underwear, and they get an alert anytime there's movement.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So like Amanda was like, yeah, I've seen you butt ass naked on the camera. She like was kind of embarrassed and like didn't want to tell me. It like came out at one time. She's like, I mean, yeah, like I'm sorry. And I was like, bro.
I have seen so many embarrassing things of other like just strangers on the internet that they've posted,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I was just like, I don't know why we're doing this. Like, I saw this one guy, like, I guess he went out the back and he was in his boxers. I think he was like over at a friend's house or something, and he had to fart. And so he just like goes outside, shuts the door, like just destroys it, you know, for like
Yeah.
a minute. And then he was like, oh. And then he like goes back into the room, and it was on the Ring camera, and they like posted it. And like, I feel like if you have something like that, like you have to post it to the internet. That's just too fucking funny. But like, damn, I just see a lot of that, and I'm like, we're being watched.
Mom's best friend, they have it on their Ring camera that she let the dog out in the middle of the night and she was naked, but Lucy ran down the streets. They have Kate running naked, yelling at the dog. This white Pomeranian just yelling like, Lucy!
That's funny. Actually, by second thought, like, why don't we just keep the Ring cameras? This is hilarious.
No. Okay, like I was even thinking, well, one, I got caught, didn't love. And then I don't know, like every time I was leaving their house, like before I take the dogs on a walk, I'm always on a phone call when I walk.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was talking some shit, not on them, but like on other people. And I'm like, man, they're hearing me being like, yeah, like he's absolutely a narcissist. Fuck him, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, nobody needs to hear my conversations.
I guess, you know, if you didn't have anything to hide.
Yeah, but that's
No, I'm
like,
just kidding.
that's
I'm just
full
kidding.
like
Yeah.
1984. Like it's like Carl Schwab like was seen at like the WEF, like talking about how like, yeah, we just need full transparency in the country or in like in the world. And if you have nothing to hide, then you should have nothing to worry about it. That's like the thought police.
So crazy.
But I just like, if someone's going to break into your house, they're going to go around the corner, like the side now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe not though. I mean,
someone else's Ring camera would have the footage
exactly.
of them.
Like you can't get away with murder anymore.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Yeah. I feel like I would get one. I actually had, I was sleeping at my friend's house and they had a Ring camera that was on their couch and they could talk to their dogs. And I was sleeping at their house once and, no, this is my friend in St. Louis. And, I was sleeping on the couch and then I woke up and I didn't move yet, but I knew that the camera would pick it up. So what I did is like she was out at work and I got up and I just started like dancing like a weirdo, but like kind of made it look like she didn't know that I knew that I was watching. So I was just like doing weird shit. And she said that she was like dying laughing and then she sent it to me. She was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I know.
It's too much."
Yeah. But because like, why is your couch being, you know, what's the word? Like
filmed?
Monitored. Yeah.
Is the thing.
You know?
Because sometimes I just like don't think people need to like know stuff. I don't know. Like if I put my like like shoes on your coffee table, I don't know. I just like people need like privacy because humans are weird.
I just think that it's like.
Then if you have someone watch your baby, like a nanny cam, I'd want to know. I think it's more important to know if something's happening with my baby when it's your baby. But then at the same time, do you want to be in a house where you know you're being filmed?
Yeah, that you can like hack.
No, there's like closed loop systems that you can't hack.
That's what they want you to think. You know?
Right? I don't know.
I really don't know, but the Ring cameras have gotten out of control.
You know, which is really crazy. Sorry, right when you said like you wouldn't be able to get away with killing someone, I'm about to get really weird for a second. Sorry.
All right.
I have this.
Everyone brace for impact.
I have this reoccurring dream that I've killed someone and buried them. It was like a girl I knew, and like she's dead, and like I hid it with like my friends, and like it's this secret that like I take to my grave. But it's a reoccurring dream where sometimes like I think it's real. I think sometimes that like I killed someone and it's like behind a dumpster somewhere in another town, and I have to think to myself,
did I murder someone?
No, no, I'm serious. And I know I haven't, but I'm saying it's so real, Nick. I think that I did in another timeline. Like it was something that happened, but then someone didn't know about it. I don't remember like the full details like right now, but it was weird because I just went back to that timeline for a second. As soon as you said that, if you go back to the footage, you'll see me space out for a second. It is so real that I have to think like, I almost had to think, is this like a real thing in my life that I need to not say on the podcast? Because like I killed someone once. I didn't in this timeline. But
interesting.
Yeah.
That's kind of freaky.
No, almost scary. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
am I sure it's not this timeline?
I have dreams where it's a medieval battle. Like I'm talking in Rome. No. What? That's
You just always throw me.
it's like you're like you.
I was like, no, just like, of course you do.
Yeah,
Nick,
yeah.
of course you do.
So I have a dream, and like the battle is over, and
Okay.
everyone is dead.
Uh-huh.
And so like we won, and I have to go around with like a spear and like put everyone out of their misery, or it's a machete sometime, and it's like really graphic, you know?
Yeah. So
No,
how's that come?
it's like really like troubling because it's like everyone's like, and I'm like, and I have to go, and it's like some people I know, some people I don't know, my friends, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess like I'm glad we won, but for what, you know? No, but no, I'm kidding. But like that is actually a very reoccurring dream I have. Okay, another story about maybe accidentally killing what?
No. I think we should do past life regression.
Oh yeah.
We should
Oh,
have
I
someone
have
on the
done.
pod
I have okay.
about
Down.
this. What time is it? I have to go to work.
5:20.
Oh, we got some time.
Yeah. Okay, so check it out. I was in college. And I was living on campus, so I knew these guys that I was sort of friends with, but not really. I mean, I thought they were always weird. And I had ran into them one time, like late night, and something was off. Like they were like, hey, man, like they were trying to like play it cool. Like, and I could tell that. Like they had just done something. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, and they're like, oh no, we're just out like walking. And I'm like, okay, like, yeah, like good to see you guys, like whatever. And I'm walking away. I'm like, that's so fucking weird. But then anyway, someone that knows them told me a story of what happened to them that night. They took too many mushrooms and they jumped in a lake and they got out of the lake. And as they were walking back from the lake, this was like their first time doing mushrooms, because all their legs were wet with water. They had somehow convinced themselves that they had both murdered someone and that was blood. And they had a massive freak out that they just murdered someone and were covered in blood. And this is also like right when Breaking Bad is going really hard. And I was living in Albuquerque at the point. So, I mean, everyone was thinking about murder, I guess. And I guess then in like the 20-minute walk that they had to convince themselves that that's not true. That didn't happen.
Yeah.
They're losing their mind and they didn't murder someone. And then I was the first person that they saw. I was like, oh, what are you guys doing? And they're like, nothing. And I was like, okay, well, good to see you guys. I'm just going to go eat like some pasta in my room. Like, yeah, it was the weirdest fucking thing in the world. I've never like had that. Like, I could see like a dream, but like mushrooms, I don't think I could convince myself that I actually murdered someone.
No, but we've seen people sort of lose it when they've taken too much.
Some people just are like have some loose
I think if
screws in
they're
their head.
too close to like schizophrenia, our doctor brother talks about this, that it's called like, it can like unmask like actual thing, like schizophrenia or different like diseases or like psychosis.
Yeah.
Some people can do drugs and kind of like, it can unmask some schizophrenia while they're on it.
Right. And in Albuquerque, I feel like everyone's just like a little bit closer to that edge, you know?
I've told mom that. Like, I've been like, no, like mushrooms are safe. But like, here's the thing. You could convince yourself you're a bird and fly off a building and die. Like, people can do things like that. I'm like,
Yeah.
You should always have a babysitter, I think.
Yeah. I know I would never do that, but like I could see that process. But I was just thinking they're walking and they're covered in blood. Like, oh God, oh God, oh God, it's that gay guy, Nick. Act cool. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. I don't know.
That's terrifying.
Mm-hmm. What if you did kill someone in a past life?
Nick, I'm still not sure it's not this life. I don't know. It's so real.
It's so real.
It's like a visceral reaction. I know I didn't, guys. Like nobody. I'm like, wait, if they poke around, like maybe, like I literally, like it's so real. Like it's really hard for me to remember. I'm like, no, like I would know.
Yeah,
I would know.
I have very, very realistic dreams that I'm pregnant.
That's like an idea, like a creation.
Yeah, and I give birth, and I like have a baby. Like I'm talking dreams.
Is it a
home
birth or is it in a hospital?
It's never like of the birth, but it's like I'm pregnant and then I now have a baby, and it's always like, and then the baby grows, but it's usually not like a person. It's like a stone, like a relic or a medallion, and it like gets bigger. But it's like my baby. I don't know. It's really weird. And we're getting weird on this
Wild.
episode.
I just feel like I'm learning a lot about you.
Yeah, and I'm always like, I'll wake up being like, I've given birth.
And I'm
Like-
over here just killing the baby.
Killing the baby, killing the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
I don't know.
Kill or be killed.
Kill or be killed out. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, guys, let us know if you've ever murdered someone. Actually, if you have, keep that to yourself. And watch out for Ring cameras.
Those will get you nowadays. You better wear like a hat.
Gets you every time. Man, I don't know.
I don't know where to go from there.
I know.
I feel so weird. Okay, a bunch of other things. I just said that so seriously. It's not serious at all. So a bunch of other things that I like randomly put down deposits for with like the money I don't have. Couple things. One, like image consultant. An image consultant.
Oh.
For my colors, for my season, you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
So
what is this process? I'm a little confused. Are you taking photos of yourself and then they send it? You send it to them?
I send it to them. There's this girl, Francesca COULD, I think. And dude, I'll ask her if she wants to do some promo on the thing, like get you guys a code or something, because I have followed her for so long on Instagram and TikTok. She shows like famous people and she does like regular people, like their colors. So what colors are good on them? What's going to make you pop? What's going to make you look angular? What's going to like, it's just like what season you're like, a summer, fall, winter, or spring. But then there's other ones in there like soft or bright or muted. I don't know, man. I've been following her forever. So I sent it in this morning. So we're going to see what my colors are.
So she'll let you know.
Yeah. She's like an expert that like does it. I think she lives in New York and she just like helps me. You can also help her with like your body type, like how to dress. Because I mean, I'm Billie Eilish in it right now, which is probably not ideal for my body type, but.
Well, I've actually kind of wondered that about like Billie Eilish, because she's like has really big boobs, so she'll wear these like really baggy things, then it makes her look like way heavier than she is. I feel like baggy is never really the best for body types.
Yeah, I mean that's like just her style.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? No, I'm gonna let you guys know all about this because I'm very excited to see my colors. But another thing, and just I don't know, I've been having like a really weird obsession with like my appearance. I know that's like kind of been my whole life thing. But I feel like I'm looking old. And I've had like one too many ex-boyfriends or people make fun of my gummy smile. And I'm letting the trolls get to me. And like, I don't know, you guys. Like, where are my gummy smile girls at? Like, they make memes about it. That's like it's a thing. But when I smile, my gums show.
I mean, they really do, especially like when you laugh really hard.
When I laugh, it's like,
but like,
wow.
I don't know. I don't feel like you don't look like the memes. No,
like,
or it's
but
like,
the memes are mean.
I know.
Like,
I hate memes making fun of women.
And this same ex-boyfriend I'm talking about, which is just like, oh wow, things like our exes said, and then we like stayed. Is he like one time was like, oh yeah, like they were like talking about like people being good looking, and this was before he and I dated, but he was like, somebody was like, oh well, like Francesca's pretty hot, and he was like, with those gums.
Who said that?
He
did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
you told me the story.
Oh,
either you or his best friend, but I don't know. It got back to me like right away that he was like, oh, her with those gums,
yeah,
like, she could never be considered good looking, and it has like stuck with me. So anyway, instead of accepting myself, I made a Botox appointment.
Honestly, like the message of Grease, like it's like just become what you're not.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Botox.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's see how it works out. But like, I do feel like if there's something very fundamentally wrong, like something that you think is wrong with like your appearance, it's gonna be that or like another thing, you know? So I feel like it's never really gonna be.
I go through like bouts. Sometimes I think it's like something that makes me like different and pretty. Like, who has a gummy smile? Gwen Stefani. But
Does she?
Yeah.
One of the hottest women in the world?
Yeah, she doesn't smile that much, but when she does. And like big smile like that. It's interesting when you see it. But or maybe she doesn't anymore. Maybe she just has the lip flip. So what they do is they put Botox in your smile so you can't smile as big. And it's called a lip flip. But it also makes your lip look like you got filler. Because I don't know if I'd ever put filler in my body.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't go anywhere. And I think it like goes to your lymph nodes, which is scary.
Yeah. Because it's like a toxin, botulism toxin.
Nick, I have an addictive personality. I'm afraid I'm going to sit there and be like, shoot me up.
Shoot me up.
You saw how much hair I cut off?
Yeah. So, yeah. I know. Well, I just feel like the gummy smile thing is like I don't think it's something that you have to like change about yourself. Or what if you just never smile again? And you'll see that like in dating profiles, some men will never show their teeth. And I'm like, I am not ever going to meet up with you unless I know what your teeth look like.
Unless I know what you're working with
under
that hood.
And like, because some teeth just really fuck me up. And I don't even know, not even just bad teeth. Like sometimes people have a style of teeth that I'm just like, no. So I always have to know. I'm always like, open up. Okay. He passes. Like,
my thing is breath. You know that about me.
Mm-hmm.
The slightest bad breath. And I almost have like an autistic sense of smell.
But that's something you can change. Like bad breath is something I really feel like that's easy to fix.
Yeah. But no, you can't like tell someone they need to brush more.
No, true. But like, yeah.
There's been men that I've been like really into, but like,
yeah,
I could not like force myself to kiss them.
Yeah, because of the teeth.
Yeah.
Well, guys, DM us anything about yourselves that you feel like you should fix, and we will let you know if we think it's something.
I am overly honest with people.
I know.
like the person that someone's like, someone should tell that person. I'm like, I will.
And
a lot of people hate me for it. Sometimes it backfires, but anyway, I have to go pay for this Botox appointment, so I'm going to work tonight.
Shout out Zodiac House.
And thank you again to Adam for the sweatshirts.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
check them out, guys.
And we will put everything in the description for that.
And we'll come back soon.
Cool.
Miss you guys. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.